Hey everyone, this is Brayden Conrad coming back at you with another Senior Bowl player profile. This time I got Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson is 22 years old. He stands at a pristine 6'7, 235 pounds. He has an 84.5-inch wingspan and he runs a 4.42 yard 40 time as a wide receiver. Now, let's dig into a little bit of his stats. Last year, or this past season, he played in 10 games, recorded 41 receptions, had 617 yards, averaged 15 yards per catch, and had 2 touchdowns. But in 2022, that was probably his best year. He played in 13 games, had 43 receptions, 897 receiving yards, and he had 20.9 average. He averaged 20.9 yards per catch. That led the ACC, and he also recorded 5 touchdowns in that year. Projection wise, he's going to be a top 100 pick. There's no doubt about that. I think second round is his max, but he'll probably go in the third round, fourth round at the worst. If you just again look at his 6'7" frame, who wouldn't want that on their team, especially in the red zone? The other thing that could kind of hurt his draft stock or maybe help it out, he could be looked at as a tight end. I've seen a lot of comparisons of comparing him to Kyle Pitts or Darren Waller, flexing him out as a receiver, but even pushing him in under center formations, stuff like that, using him as a blocker. Again, he's 6'7", could be used on the line as a blocker, running some shorter routes as a tight end. So getting into some strengths, again, it's the height, 6'7" frame. The tallest receiver right now, I think, is 6'5" in the NFL, so he would dominate that category. Red zone threat, throw him in the 50-50 balls in the red zone. If a team doesn't do that, whoever drafts him at least once every time in the red zone, it's a crime. And he's just playing tough, whether that's blocking or breaking tackles, etc. You'll see in some of the film later that his separation is incredible. He's tough. He breaks tackles. Yards after the catch is a huge stat for him. So again, those are some of his strengths. Weaknesses. His route running, he tends to round out some of his routes, and his route tree is a little bit limited to his heights. You're not going to see him running like some of those hitch routes or some of those out-breaking routes. He's gonna run deep. He's gonna run fly routes, post patterns, stuff like that. You probably see him also run over the middle, running digs and drags and stuff like that. And he'll run some slants too. But again, he's 6'7". You're not going to see him running a lot of those like Danny Amendola or Julian Edelman routes. And then he is a tenacious blocker, but he does display some inconsistencies. Again, he's 6'7", so sometimes, you're just going to throw your body out there. So he's a little inconsistent with his blocking, which could hurt his draft stock just a little bit. But anyway, that's strengths and weaknesses on Mr. Johnny Wilson. So now let's get into some film. I got some pretty good clips to show you. First is this 50-50 ball in the red zone that I was talking about. Look at that. He just climbs the ladder, goes up, gets the ball. Teams are going to have to do that with this guy. It's just impressive of the athleticism. Moving on to the next clip. Again, toughness, boom, breaks the tackle. There's that 50-50 yard catch again. Just have to show it again because it's that good. Breaks that tackle, runs all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. There's another 50-50 ball. He's going up and getting. Yep, thank you. I'll take that. So we're moving on here. A lot of clips in here. And another deep that right in the breadbasket, pushes the defender off of him. Middle breaking route. Spins off that tackle. See ya. Thank you. I'll take that ball. And then the final clip here is a separation route. Look at that separation and bam, look at those hands. This guy might be a pterodactyl. We might want to check his birth certificate because he might be from the dinosaur era. Look at that catch. Beautiful separation. I cannot wait to see what Mr. Johnny Wilson does in the Senior Bowl and where he goes in the NFL draft, because this could be a very, very sneaky weapon for some NFL offenses. Anyway, be sure to tune in to TDT Media at the Senior Bowl, and we will see you there.